Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Dona Mansabel. I'm from PBIC and I will reading the text. 6. Everyday life in the Soviet Union. The shopping run around. The author Hedrick Smith was head of the New York Times office in Moscow from 1971 to 1974. The following passage is adapted from Mr. Smith's book, The Russian, which was published in 1976 by Quarterlange or the New York Times Book Company. 1. I had heard about consumer sausage before going to Moscow, but only when we began to shopping did the Russian consumers' problems really have meaning for me. Customers were overweight in lines, but Soviet lines have a special quality all their own. Typically, the Soviet woman spends 2 hours a day in line, 7 days a week. Personally, I have known of people who stood in line 90 minutes to buy 4 pineapples and 3 hours to buy 3 large heads of cabbage, only to find the cabbage were gone as they approached the front of the line. Lines can run from a few yards to nearly a mile. Some friends of ours watch a line of people in Moscow signing up to buy rugs. The line lasts 2 days and nights and run for across although an apartment development. 2. In spite of all of this, the natural reaction of Russian women when she sees a line forming is not to end it immediately, even before she knows what is being sold. However, Soviet lines are more filled than they appear. In most stores, for example, shoppers must in not but 3 lines for only purchase the first. To select its purchase and find out its price, the second, to pay a cashier somewhere else in the store and get a receipt. And the third, to get up the purchase and turn in the receipt. 3. But in a dairy store one morning, I found out the game is both simple and more complex than that. I went to buy some cheese, butter, and Bologna sausage, which were in 3 separate departments, each with our line, 9 lines. 4. Rather quickly, though, I noticed the experienced shoppers were skipping the first stage. They knew what most items cost, so they went directly to the cashier for their receipt. After studying prices, I did that too. Then I went to cheese. The lunches, probably 20 people to get the worst over what first. I was lying that a minute when the woman in front of me asked to me, hold her place. She darted off the butter and milk line. The cheese line was moving so slowly that she got her butter and milk and returned before we had advanced 3 feet. I decided to take the risk too. I got back to my butter while the cheese line was still inching along. 5. Then it suddenly occurred to me that all over the store, people were getting into line, holding place, laying, returning. Everyone was using the cheese line as home base. That was why it was barely moving. It kept expanding in the middle. So I got the man behind me to hold my place, and I went off to buy my Bologna. Once again, it worked. It took me 22 minutes to buy butter, sausage, and cheese. But Instead of being furious, I feel as if I had beaten the system. 6. This competitive shopping gives an atmosphere of tensions to Russian life. People barge into store and bump into each other with pace set in combative experience. You have to understand, said a kind, gray-haired person, that for as long as we can remember, shopping has been a struggle. Life is a struggle. 7. There is hardly any effective advertising to life shoppers. Americans complain about the constant commercials in the United States, but they might reconsider if they were exposed to the consumer blackout in Russia. A typical Soviet ad might be, if you want to live a ripe old age and be beautiful, modest, throughout and truthful during tea. Most newspapers publish without ads. The shoppers has no headly yellow page or daily newspaper, supermarket or department store ads to help her devise where to shop. 8. Bribery is widespread. Laws paid $180 to $20 monthly. Sellers take a portion of attractive items and sell them directly to regular customers who have secretly left a bribe in advance or can be counted on to pay high price on delivery. 10 to 15 rubles in 60 ruble raincoat is standard. In 1976, the ruble was equivalent to $1.32. 9. So common is this practice, the Soviet process is always complaining about it, but it doesn't do any good. Crocodile, the Soviet humor magazine, once saw a department store appointment promising some newly arrived items. Dear customers, in the letter goods department, 500 imported women's purses have been received. 450 of them have been bought by store employees. 49 are under the counter and have been ordered in advance for friends. One purse is at the display window. We invite you to visit the leather department to buy this purse. I think that's all for me. Thank you very much for your good attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.